Hey guys, this is the Prince of Macedon, and I'm doing a commentary video for Empire Total War multiplayer. This is a Sweden versus Poland-Lithuania battle. I'm in command of the Swedish army here, and my opponent is Chabjo in command of the Polish-Lithuanian Army back there. Let's look at my Swedish army first. I've got 2 squadrons of light dragoons, one's right here, and I got my other one on my left flank right there. Then I have 2 squadrons of these very unique Finnish light cavalrymen, and those are Hakapolitas. I got one on my right and one on my left flank. Then I have about 6 units of Swedish line infantry. Here they are. Behind them, I'm about to overtake them with my riflemen. I have about 5 or 6 units of those guys. And then on my extreme left, I have 2 units of the elite guards. They're going to anchor my left flank. And finally, I have 1 team of 6-pounder horse artillery. And here they are. I've got them hidden in the forest. I'm not going to take them out until I can find a decisive use for them. Alright, let's go look at the Polish-Lithuanian Army of Chabjo. He has 4 squadrons of heavily experienced winged hussars, and he's charged right into me here. So it's very aggressive action, but very reckless. He's gonna run right into my square here. So he's gonna lose a lot of his forces there. And also on my center right, he's attacking down this way too. But if you look at my opponent's army, as I'm gonna show you, all of those guys are heavily upgraded. Which 1 experienced chevron is pretty good, but when you have like 3 chevron upgrades, then that's a little too high, because that means your army can't afford that many troops. But anyways, here's this whole bundle of winged hussars going right down my center right and my center left. He has some grenadiers nearby. There they are. That's 1 unit of them. Then he has, I'm not sure. I think 4 or 5 units of the elite guards. Then he has 3 units, I believe, 3 or 4 units of riflemen. And right here is his general's bodyguard, and that's where his general's at. And he too is going to join the fray against my center right, along with his winged hussars. Alright, so yeah, there's my opponent's army. I'm not sure how exactly his army is composed, just because a lot of them are hidden. So, just a ballpark figure what he has. So, I heavily outnumber my opponent here, and you can see what I'm doing here. I'm starting to overlap him on the flanks. I want to encircle him. Alright, there he left his hussars right there within range of my dudes, and he paid the price for that. And there's a general right there fighting in the very thick of battle. It's very risky. And we're gonna watch him do battle with my guns. Let's see how long he lasts here. And there he goes. That's the end of his general. So yeah, we're fighting on the this map here. This is called the Swedish Forest. So technically, I am the home team here, and I'm being invaded by the Polish-Lithuanian Army. So I want to drive these guys out of my map here. Alright, those are my Hakapolitas and my light dragoons. And I'm going to dismount my light dragoons here, and this will be on my right flank here. This will give me a flanking advantage against my opponent. So we're going to dismount here. Typically I don't dismount, but I figure you guys want to see what this looks like. You can also remount your horses if you want to, but in this battle I'm not going to remount. Anyways, you can see right there, he has a unit there marching down my flank, and I'm going to take shots at them with my light dragoons, my dismounted light dragoons, and they're dropping right there. I got some good flanking fire on them. So look all around here, I got flanking fire all around this guy. And here's my other half of cavalry, Hakapolitas, and my other light dragoon squadron. Here's my Hakapolitas. I'm going to charge into the rear of my opponent's right flank here against his riflemen. Look at my Hakapolitas, they look like conquistadors. Alright, and here's my other squadron of light dragoons here. I'm gonna dismount these guys. And I want to encircle my opponent and just annihilate him. Because his army's so small, it's a lot easier to do this. Like, look at all the Swedish flags, they're surrounding his army just about on every single corner of his army there. Alright, so he sees a danger here and he's going to try to charge in with his guards. The problem here is I'm already getting all this flanky fire on him. And I want to rescue my line infantry there, so I'm going to charge into the backs of his guards with my Hakapolitas. So here comes my my Finnish dudes here. Gonna do some hammer and anvil strikes with his guards. And you can see all those chevrons on his flag there. It means they're heavily upgraded, but they're also heavily outnumbered too. Alright, let's back to the right flank here. I finally finished off those riflemen that I charged into earlier. Now I'm gonna continue the attack into the backs of his guards here. So I'm using my my Hakapolitas for quick lightning attacks. Like basically just to harass my opponent from behind. Alright, here's my dismounted light dragoons. I want to take some shots at the rears of my opponent there, because he is charging into my center. So I want to get some flanking fire on those guys. He's trying to break down my center there with his guards and riflemen with a melee charge. But even if he does break them, he still has to contend with the rest of my army. So here I'm taking shots at his dudes now. So the situation is very desperate for my opponent. There, he routed one of my units, you can tell from the blinking flag there. So now that he's done that, he's going to redirect his melee attacks, and he's going to drive at my dismounted light dragoons. And my guys are still shooting at his dudes. And they're just rifles charging into my guys. But they have some pretty good upgrades. And I'm charging into the last of his troops there with my Hakapolitas. And this is the climactic phase of the battle. And my Hakapolitas are going to have the honor of finishing off the enemy here. And there they go, that's the last of his fighting troops there. All those blinking flags are mainly his. And that was a victory for me. I killed 797 of his troops, and I lost 706 troops myself. Chabjo killed 600 of my guys, and he lost 847 troops. Good game to Chabjo.